Hey guys, Charlie here, and I'm starting something new for this podcast, and it's going to be a 10-minute pep talk. So I'm going to kind of start out today in giving you my hope with these 10-minute episodes, or less than 10 minutes. Think of it more of kind of like an AMRAP. It's going to be over if your commute from, we'll say, even driving from work to the gym or maybe home to the gym is 10 minutes. This would be perfect. Or maybe you want to listen to it at any other time of the day, maybe right when you wake up. But these are intended to be messages and thoughts that I want to encourage you with, specific to your health and fitness journey. I do have a timer going, and so I know that I can be long-winded, and that you can ask Alicia or anybody here at the gym, probably staff-wise, that I can easily take this 10-minute goal and turn it into an hour just because I like to talk. But I'm going to be disciplined, and I'm going to make sure that I at least fall under the 10-minute mark with each of these episodes. And I hope that you listen to these 10-minute pep talks and you walk away with something of value that can immediately impact your life, that can be applied today. And as you listen to these, my hope is that you're slowly kind of adding some building blocks to your own personal health and fitness journey. And I do believe that this journey has the power to impact your life in such a positive way. And so as much wisdom, as much knowledge as you can gain and application in this area, it's only going to benefit you. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today is something that I wrote about a few weeks ago. If you get my weekly emails, then you probably saw this. But it really was, I was reading another book, and this quote came across in the book. And the quote is, "Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life." It's a very short quote. It's got, looking at it here, it's got 8 words, right? Hard choices, comma, easy life, period. Easy choices, comma, hard life, period. It's by Jerzey Gregorek. So let's unpack this a little bit. So let's start with the first part. Hard choices. What are hard choices to you? In other words, to me, as I think through this quote and as I apply it towards my health and fitness, which it can be applied to a lot of different things. But again, hanging out in the area of your fitness and your health and this journey that we're on. So hard choices are, maybe you have created a schedule that brings you to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, or just in that morning time. Well, there's a hard choice that you have to face every single day, which is the alarm clock goes off. If you come at 5, I think the latest you could probably wake up in this town, which everything's relatively close, is probably like 4:40 or 4:30. 4:40 a.m. would be like the latest, right? Because you have to at least be awake to get in the car. And although you maybe get up a little bit earlier, maybe you get up at 4, but either way, you're up in the 4 o'clock hour. You're making a hard choice every single day. And what this quote tells us is hard choices essentially lead to an easier life. So if we're saying that this fitness journey is difficult, that being healthy is hard, well, how do we make it easier? Well, in specific relation to the example, wake up every morning, make the hard choice every morning, so that later, years later, after you've been working out at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, it's easier, right? It's easy to wake up. And anybody who wakes up early to work out at 5 o'clock in the morning knows exactly how that goes. It's really hard in the beginning. We sign people up all the time, and some people are transitioning from a life where they haven't been working out, most people are, to a life where they're going to start working out. And they look at their calendars and they've got a busy schedule, and therefore the only time that really makes sense for them to work out is 5 or 6 in the morning. Well, it's really hard. Fast forward, let's say 3 years, 10 years, and I know people who've been working out at 5 a.m. for that long, it actually becomes easy. It's like easy for these people to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning and work out. And if you are one of those people, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. In other words, making the hard choices in the beginning, making the hard choices every day to get up early, go work out, eventually makes your life easier, makes it easier to make those choices. All right, so let's kind of now compare that to the end part of this quote, which is easy choices, hard life. So how does this relate to the example? Well, easy choices means, it's easy to not wake up and not come work out. It's easy to sleep past your alarm clock. It's easy, and this is the deception with this, right? Because although it seems hard, it leads to an easier life. And on the opposite side, although it seems easy, it actually leads to a harder life. In other words, easy choices lead to a hard life. In relation to your health and fitness journey, if your goal is to work out, if your goal is to be healthy, then making the easy choice of skipping your workout is actually going to lead to a very difficult challenge that you're going to face later, which is to work out, because it's going to be harder because you've now adopted this easy lifestyle. Let's talk about diet. Let's do the same exact thing with diet. So, hard choices in diet mean resisting sugar. Let's just be honest. I mean, if I could say one way right now that you can radically change your health is to eliminate sugar. And when I say sugar, let's not even go as far as to say carbohydrate, because yes, we know that when you consume carbohydrate, that it actually is turned into sugar in the way your body receives it. But let's just stick with sweets. That's what I'm going to label sugar. Sweets are candy, ice cream, dessert type of items. It is hard to resist that. However, it leads to an easy life, because later, after resisting sugar for so long, it's going to be easier. So it's hard in the beginning and it's easier long term. However, if you do the easy choices now, in other words, you give in and maybe you're not somebody who has it every day, but the problem with sugar is it's addictive. It makes you want more sugar. And so making the easy choice of eating the sugar actually leads to a harder life, because you and I both know, if you're listening to this, then your goal is to be healthy, your goal is to be fit, your goal is to feel good, your goal is to age well, your goal is to not be in pain and not have health issues and not be on medication. And so making the hard choices will lead to an easy life. Making the easy choices will lead to a hard life. So, and as I wrap up this message, I really want to encourage you right now to assess your life and assess, where are you making hard choices, right? And really compliment yourself. Really write that down and tell somebody, and let them know, hey, I'm working out at 5 o'clock in the morning, and be encouraged in that. Let me know. And that's leading to an easier life. So you can see how that applies. Well, I also encourage you to do the other side, which is, where are you making easy choices that's leading you to a more difficult life in this area? And again, I would love to hear from you. If you do want to share either one of those with me, I will send you something back. You can just email me, or you can message me on social media. Or obviously, if you're listening to this, you know how to get in touch with me. So, but that's what I have for today. I hope you have gotten something of value, and I hope it encourages you in your fitness journey. Like I said, be on the lookout for more of these 10-minute pep talks, and they're going to kind of be sprinkled in throughout the podcast. So have an awesome day and keep at it. And again, let me know if I can help. See ya.